So guys, never insulate a facade with a ventilation gap. Always follow the proper technology. That's it. Basically, I've told you everything. Did I overwhelm you more? No, it's great. I just gave you a tip on how timber works. During the winter, heat escapes, moisture collects there, and as heat mixes with cold, there's moisture and water, so everything gets moldy and mold starts to grow. Many people aren't aware, so the timber deforms, walls lean, or other issues arise. So, I've basically told everyone everything, and whoever doesn't watch this secret will be out of luck. Guys, I'm in the Istrinsky district right now, and now I'm going to give you a little tour of the house. The house is one story, made of profiled timber, 145 by 145, and it's also a house. We will insulate this with 100 millimeters and we'll do it with facade panels, insulating through a batten, counter batten 50 by 50 as usual. According to our technology, the work we did today was making the strapping on the foundation. We did what we could. Today is our second day, meaning unloading and loading, bringing in materials, unloading scaffolding, so there was plenty of work too. We didn't really have time to rest after arriving. We were all exhausted. So let's talk about the strapping. We made the strapping from 150 by 150 boards and also secured it with 2 dowels. A dowel is a kind of screw that cuts its own thread in concrete or brick, which is why it holds. So we used 2 of them each to keep our board from twisting, to make everything look nice, not unbearable like usual. We also installed a board on this side. Let's take a look at the view. What a view. A little house. Do you think that Zadushuviv came up with our shin as a continuation? So let's move on. Let's take a look here. Here we have a gutter installed and we're going to completely dismantle it. We made the same trim on this side too. A trim, right? Here we can see a pile of clay. So, well, on this side, basically I suggested to the client to make a hatch so that the water could be serviced, just one hatch. So basically there was a lot of junk down there. I told her to either remove everything unnecessary from there, because later it will be difficult to crawl or jump around, or move everything closer to the exit where the hatch will be to make it easier. Then all that had to be removed. So regarding this wall, basically, I showed you everything. So let me give you a little overview from this side, the wall. So from this side, here we have a wall like this, along with the gas pipe. After the client called me, we agreed on the facade finishing, but then we faced another situation. So I asked her how much space we have from from the wall to the gas pipe. She said there's 150 millimeters, but they plan to insulate with 100 millimeters. I told her that's not much. So, what did they decide? They called the gas workers, they came and did it the way I asked. The gas pipe was moved 250 millimeters away from the wall, which means there will be 100 millimeters of insulation. The battens themselves plus the finishing, in the end we get about 175 millimeters give or take. Well, and there will be a small gap left between the panel and we can also paint the pipe. Well, basically you get the idea. This wall looks like this. So let's talk about the veranda. Here we also secured everything, framed the veranda. On this side, we'll cover the wall completely. I'll remove this, then we'll make a new frame so that later we can finish this side wall. So on this side, what do we have? On this side, we'll have a window with two sections, two sashes that will open inward. So that little triangle, all of that will be covered up. We won't leave it like that. It would look ugly basically. So on this side, that's what we have. Also, together with the client, we discussed that there will be a plastic door on this side. We will also finish this entire wall from the outside, so everything looks neat and proper, as it should, and beautiful. And accordingly, we will install metal fascia strips, finish the fascia board, and take care of all these stubs that are sticking out. We will also finish those and cover them with soffit. We will insulate everything continuously, and after that we will make a special frame, a kind of batten. Why? be continued. Hey guys, what's up? We did the insulation, installed the battens, put up the membrane, and now we have an insulated house with 2 layers of 50 each. So we can see the soffit here. All the paneling that was adjacent to the wall, we removed, insulated between the rafters, made a small gap, and put the paneling back neatly. So here we're now installing embedded parts for the gutter system. As you can see, this side looks neat and tidy. Here the gas pipe mounts have been dismantled. Okay everyone, let's look. To install a window and a door, look how much work needs to be done. So, for the veranda, we've completed the entire frame. That is, you could say we've built the frame extension. We installed a small horizontal beam, also mounted the membrane everywhere and the metal battens. Let me show you from this side. Thanks. On the left, yes, on the left side, we can see that the solid battens are already installed and everything is mounted along the foundation as well. Now I'll show you from the right side what we have here. We can also see battens installed on the right side. Now, about the stairs. In the future, the client will need them when she starts working on the blind area. For this, she will need to remove the soil, do waterproofing, also fill everything with sand around the entire perimeter, and then install the blind area and a platform for a nice staircase. Subtitles by Dimitor Zok. So guys, it's been ages since we last saw each other. Let's continue reviewing our work. So let's take a look. We can observe that we've already installed the soffits. Here, as you can see, we've installed the soffits. Finished them. The little blocks, these little blocks, knobs, these little squares. Also, let's take a look from this side to see what we've got. We completely dismantled the drainage system, rebuilt it with the proper slope as it should be, because before there was almost no slope at all. So let's take a look from this side, see what we've got here. This is already the veranda, so this will kind of be our entryway. So before there was a small terrace here, and now we've got an entryway. Pay special attention to finishing the cornices. The fascia board is a very complicated job, painstaking, it takes a lot of time, and accordingly, it's not going to be cheap. So, on this side, we also dismantled everything. We removed the old board, then put it back in place and moved on. So, let's see what's going on this side as well. The fascia board is installed. Let's check from this side too. We completely dismantled the gutter. I don't know how they installed it before. There was only a 20 millimeter slope over 10 meters. We made it 5 millimeter per meter, so for 10 meters that's 50 millimeter, which is 5 centimeters. For those who don't understand, we made the slope in that direction. Alright, well, basically that's how it is. Let's go from the other side. I'll show you from a different angle. Guys, can you wash your house like this? I don't think so, so think about it. All right, this is ours now. The veranda view, Tatiana wanted here. Something with a pattern to match the color of the wood, so we arranged it for her. That's how it all looks. How do you determine the project cost? See the example. The materials for this house cost about 600,000 rubles, so we add 300,000, which is 50% of the material cost, and as a result, the rounded total is 900,000 rubles. Something like that. This is just a reference for you. These are average rates. There are even higher rates. Some people charge 70. Some people charge the full material cost, but we only charge 50. As I explained to you, 600 for materials, 300 for labor, so the guys finished the facade, and here are the clients standing. Andre, Tatiana, hi, now I'm going to give them a little briefing. Come with me. So, well, you've basically seen the facade, right? The corners. The windows, we've done all of that. That's the briefing. So look here, you see Andre. And the distance to here needs to be done by winter, for example. There isn't such a distance yet from the bridge. Because if ice and snow accumulate, it can lift all this and break it. Do you understand? It's better to remove the barrels from here for the winter so that water doesn't collect here, because there will be an ice cushion here and it could lift the whole facade later. Okay, let's move on. They put new clamps on the gas pipe. The clamp is easy to unscrew. You can bend this back and paint it. Alright, so we went around the gas pipe, put a cap on it. Everything is done properly, so let's move on. So from this side, we can see everything. We put the gutter back, installed the pipes too, finished the windows, and here we made the hatch. To access the hatch, you must carefully unscrew 4 screws and pull the cover towards you. Alright, let's move on. I'll show it like this. Here, basically, you need to make a bigger gap so that you have at least 15.8 inches from the ground. Since there is no blind area or sand cushion yet, you definitely need to leave a gap here because there's clay and it swells, which can lift the facade. That's why I'm warning you in advance so you don't have any problems and so you get all this done before winter. When will you have the blind area ready? When will you have it done? So, from this strip to the blind area to the python, there should be 50 millimeters. Alright, but basically that's all. Alright, let's go further into the house. I'll tell you a couple more things. By the way, we made you a temporary staircase here. Attach some support so that it's not fixed to the house, but stands independently from the facade. So, shall we go inside the house? So here we see the little veranda. We made it for you. The little veranda, we made it for you.
It's beautiful. You can put a swing here.
There's also a slope. Everything is in place. It's beautiful, everyone. Let's go inside now. So, we slept here in this little room. It's a nice, cozy room. Now let's take a look. Let's go over here. Come on, look. Do you see all these gaps from the house settling? Yes, they all definitely need to be sealed up. Seal them up. There's a special sealant for that, and then you can paint it again. Also, guys, if you have a regular timber at home, just take the regular timber, install vapor barrier, make a wooden lathing, and then mount the timber elements or something else there. So we foamed it from the outside, And when someone installs the trim, you need to pull all of that out and foam it again. So all these seams definitely need to be sealed. So guys, never get hung up on the facade gap. Just do everything according to the technology. That's basically it. I've told you everything. Thank you. Did I overwhelm you further?
That's great.
I just explained how the beam works. During the winter, heat escapes, moisture accumulates there, and as heat mixes with cold, there's moisture and water, so everything gets moldy and mold starts to grow. Many people aren't aware of this, so the beam slowly deforms and the walls tilt or other issues occur. So, I've told everyone everything. That's the whole secret. If you don't watch, you won't be lucky. If you do watch, you'll be lucky. That's all for everyone. So far, what do you say about our work? Excellent.
Thank you, we were impressed.
Everything is great and high quality. Goodbye and good luck, everyone. See you next time. Thanks.
I recommend it.
Now I'm showing you the windows, how they work. Look, here's a window. I closed it with one finger. I tilted it back, it tilted back. Closed it, opened everything.
If I have this solution just a little bit,
So that it's not, well, like winter, like this, like that.
so that there's a draft.
Now he took the keys. No, about the doors. The doors are open. We close them until they click. We take out the key. That's it. The doors won't open. Now turn it once. We open everything. And quietly close it. Don't slam anything. Here are all the keys.